Imagine walking into work tomorrow and realizing you can now help solve problems that used to require three different specialists. You aren't working longer hours. You haven't become smarter overnight. And suddenly, the range of problems you can help solve has expanded. What becomes possible? More importantly, what happens to an organization when every employee becomes more capable? Welcome back to Synthetic Politics. Most conversations about artificial intelligence focus on jobs. Which jobs disappear? Which jobs survive? Who gets replaced? Those are important questions, but they may not be the most interesting ones. A better question might be this: what becomes possible when the capabilities of ordinary workers suddenly expand? A new OpenAI study offers an early answer. Published July 27th under the title Work at the Frontier, the report analyzed more than 800,000 work-related messages from US ChatGPT Business users, sorted into 8 occupation groups using the Department of Labor's own job classification system. One finding stood out. Across all work-related messages, 16.8% involved tasks traditionally handled by a different occupation. When researchers excluded routine tasks like writing emails or scheduling meetings, they looked only at occupation-specific work. That number jumped to 43.5%. Customer experience, design, and human resources workers showed the highest rates, with roughly 3/4 of their occupation-specific requests reaching into work that had traditionally belonged to someone else's job. OpenAI calls this task crossover, workers using AI to reach across traditional occupational boundaries. Sales professionals exploring customer data, running financial calculations, marketers troubleshooting websites, writing code, non-finance workers performing financial analysis. The study doesn't suggest these workers suddenly became experts, nor does it claim AI is replacing entire occupations. It measures what people ask AI to help with, not the quality of the final work or how organizations will ultimately change. Instead, it suggests the boundaries between occupations may already be beginning to blur. The research doesn't show jobs disappearing. It shows AI helping workers reach across traditional occupational boundaries, expanding capability rather than replacing expertise. What does that mean for organizations? If workers really are becoming capable of handling a broader range of tasks, companies may eventually begin organizing work differently. History suggests we've seen something similar before, not with artificial intelligence, with office automation. When spreadsheets became common, managers didn't become accountants overnight, but they no longer needed an accountant for every calculation. When word processors became standard, professionals wrote far more of their own documents. Routine work shifted. Organizations reorganized. Departments changed. They didn't simply become smaller. In many cases, they became more capable. Organizations could tackle more complex work, respond more quickly, and place routine decisions closer to the people doing the work. The technology didn't eliminate expertise. It changed when and where expertise was needed, and who could perform the more routine parts of it. Office automation redistributed work, bringing routine tasks closer to decision makers and making organizations more capable without eliminating specialists. Artificial intelligence appears to be expanding that same pattern, only faster and at a larger scale. Some expertise that once required another department can now be accessed directly through AI. Experts still matter, but organizations may begin asking different questions. Who really needs to perform this task? How should teams be organized? Where does human judgment create the most value? Those questions could reshape the modern workplace just as profoundly as the technology itself. Technology doesn't simply change what organizations produce. It changes what the people inside those organizations are capable of producing. And when human capability changes, organizations tend to change with it. The biggest impact of artificial intelligence may not be replacing jobs. It may be expanding what an ordinary worker, a small business, or an entrepreneur is capable of accomplishing. The future of work may not be defined only by what artificial intelligence can do. It may also be defined by what artificial intelligence allows ordinary people to do. What becomes possible may ultimately matter more than what becomes obsolete. That was the question we started with. What becomes possible? It may turn out to be one of the most important questions we can ask about artificial intelligence. What task has artificial intelligence already made significantly easier in your own work? And what has that allowed you to do that wasn't practical before? Let us know in the comments. If this breakdown was useful, hit like and subscribe to Synthetic Politics. We'll be back when there's more to report.